Hi, welcome parents of Customized Curriculum. My name is Miss G. Kristen, and I'm here to talk about today some technology dilemmas. So I feel like the Pandora box of technology is over us with all of this schooling using online formatting and online curriculum, online platforms, and so many of my parents and I are feeling really being torn between letting our kids use all of these technologies and watching them sometimes get addicted or feel like they're using other technologies that we really don't want them on all the time. I know some of my students and my own kids, I think that they're working on their schoolwork, but then I glance up. I like to put them in a position where I can see their screens, even though I might be on a Zoom call tutoring or I might be working online, and they are on YouTube or watching something else while their online school is happening. So how do we navigate this as parents, and what are you guys thinking? I just wanted to start a conversation and encourage everybody to join my Ohana group page on my Facebook page, where we discuss and talk about troubleshooting techniques or things that are working for us in this area. Some things that I've really been noticing lately. First of all, I just want to encourage everybody to watch Our Social Dilemma. It's a new documentary that just came out on Netflix, and I found it very powerful. We watched it with our children and my whole family, and just to be aware of the things that are happening with us and the technology, all of the ways that we are possibly manipulated, and really just having some rules in the house that guide us towards not having screens in our rooms at night, or having them set up where they're doing their schoolwork and you can still see their screens. So these things are really interesting. One point I just wanted to bring up that my tutors and I, my partners and I are feeling a constant relationship is that kids that do have a lot of screen time, that do get a lot of gaming time, and even for your teenagers, your Instagram time or your social media time, is that the more screen time that they have, the less motivated they are to do their schoolwork, especially if it's paper-based. Read a book and do some handwriting for their spelling or their writing. So we're noticing that correlation there. So be aware of that, and then just gradually cut back or start some rules. Like, you can have screen time, social screen time, or video game screen time, a certain amount. And if you ask them what really they want to do versus maybe what they're actually doing, you'll open up that conversation. So yeah, you're right, Mom, I just want to have an hour a day on social media or on gaming. And so even that for some families might feel like it's really high. So be aware of that. Another thing that I have been noticing is that they have Twitches. Kids that are really into like gaming or YouTube or making videos or things like that, I'm just noticing I feel like it's a nervous system twitch that's coming out, that they're self-soothing, and so just really be on the lookout for that. Maybe they're twirling their hair, or maybe they have a little twitch in their facial features, or their I don't know, it's kind of hard to explain, but when I see one of my students or close kids that are in my life reacting in this way, it makes me feel like they're looking for a physical stimulus because their nervous system is being changed when they are so fixated on these screens. Another thing is that it is kind of distracting. So if they're watching a TV show while they're doing their schoolwork, part of it is that they're bored with their video teacher, and if it's just an online, not live, but online pre-recorded session, I can completely understand that. And so how do we navigate meaningful learning through this? And what I'm encouraging my parents to do is really take notes every day if you can, every week if not, on what is really working. What do you feel is the meaningful learning that is happening? And what is it that's really, what little techniques are really working for your specific child? And then of course we just do more of that and less of the other parts where they're feeling really frustrated or they're not gaining any more information. Yep, and so a big thing right now is their safety. I just feel like the children, middle schoolers and high schoolers, I really have experienced this personally lately. It's important to be in tune with their conversations. If the conversations are on text with their group friends or online with their Instagram, I do not feel like it's an invasion of their privacy. I feel like it's helping them navigate what is happening in their social conversations. And this is, all this social distancing has really alluded to a whole bunch of virtual connections. So if there's a conversation that's happening with some things that are ethically questionable, or sex, drugs, and rock and roll, those kinds of topics, I want to be a part of it, and I want to know, and I want to help them navigate it. So I encourage parents to have a conversation with their kids about reading their phone texts, reading their social media posts, and really it's mostly to keep them safe and help them navigate what is it like when your friends or a friend is really depressed, and how can you help them? Or what is it like if you have a situation where the kids are putting things in writing in their text or in their email or in their social media, and it's ethically questionable because these things are, once it's written, it's out there. Even if they delete it, it's still recoverable and it's still out there, even legally binding. So these things where the middle schoolers and high schoolers, even younger if they have access, are really, they need parent guidance. They need grown-ups to be helping them navigate this huge new technology world of communication. And be in tune. Don't be afraid to talk to them about it and really contribute to their technology developments. I think that is about it. I wanted to touch on one last thing. There's sources of information. Sometimes they're looking at Facebook or Instagram and news. One of the points that came up in that social dilemma video was that fake news travels 6 times faster than accurate news and truth. And so teaching them what is real, what is truthful, how to even question that, how do you navigate that, how to have conversations about it face-to-face is all a really important skill to have right now. And I think that we're all learning this right now. And so I just encourage you to, yes, we need technology, and yes, there's a lot of really great things that come along with that, but also to help teach our kids how to use it properly and be aware that it is definitely a Pandora's box. We are having some new rules in our family. No technology at the dinner table. We have dinner together every night, very few exceptions, and just hearing what their conversations are about. And then also no screens in their rooms at night. We have a limit of hours during the week, and what is really fair for them to feel socially connected and have that gradual relationship of responsibility, and not to be, having manipulated thoughts and having those other addictions that can happen so easily with technology. Okay, aloha from the Big Island, and just I really encourage you all to balance technology versus nature. So if you guys are think about that. If you're spending 2 hours a day on technology, can you have 2 hours a day also in nature, outside, or doing something really with the arts, music, art, creativity, writing, journaling? What are your kids into? Thank you for tuning in, and I encourage you all to join my Ohana group where we discuss kids individually and families individually and what is working, and we really come together to troubleshoot education and this new technology Pandora's box. Aloha.